All right, now we're live everywhere. Hello everybody out there in internet land. Nice to have people here too. Do we have anybody on Zoom today? We do. Nice. Hey Tanya, good morning. And Deborah, good evening Deborah.
Hi, Catherine.
Nice to see you. Hi, I'm Catherine and I'm here tonight. We're going to be talking about friendship. Sam, why don't you move over one or two so I can look at all the things and you. Thank you. All right. Hey, Hudson. Come and be over here, Hudson. Thank you. So tonight we're going to be talking about friendship, and it's really interesting. I had one of the students today talk about some of her close friends lost their houses in the fire, and she was really affected by it. And that's kind of probably something that you would expect from a friend. If you just lost something, that you would be affected by it too. So there's something about friendship where there's a relationship between two people where you're affected by the other person in some way, shape or form. And that's not to say that your friend is responsible for your emotions, because they're not, but you feel something for them. And if you're their friend, if they're your friend as well, they would likely feel, come on Emma, they would likely feel something for you if you lost something too. And I was looking for a reading, because I like to have some sort of reading with these talks. And I asked Sifu, I was like, Sifu, do you know any of our books that have, little pieces about friendship? And of course, there's some things in Zen Flesh, Zen Bones where it's like when you tell a joke to old friends and they're in, and everybody knows the in joke, and then it's funny. So one of the stories is about three friends and they're saying something, and they all burst out laughing. And it's like, well, it's one of those things that it's really hard to write about, because it's only funny for the friends. It only makes sense for those people who are in the inn, right? So it was like, that's such a hard thing to put your finger on. And it's like, that's the essence of Zen. The essence of Zen is like, you can't put your finger on it, really. You can't really write about it. There's lots written about it, but you can't really write about Zen. You can only feel it. You can only experience it. So, and the same I think is true about friendship. How do you truly write about friendship? The intense feelings that you can feel for another person in your friendship. There is one book by Khalil Gibran who has lots of wise things to say, but in his book, The Prophet, which we have here, it says this: "And a youth said, 'Speak to us of friendship.' And he answered, saying, 'Your friend is your needs answered. He is your field, which you sow with love and reap with thanksgiving.'" I have to pause in between all of this and talk a little bit about each part, because otherwise I'm going to get to the end and there's just going to be so much depth that it's going to be insane. So your friend is your needs answered. So that means that your friends are there to help you in times of need. They're there to give you support. You're there to give them support as well. So it's a back and forth, and you help each other out in life, because in this life, goodness knows, we all need some help. That's true. And then here's your field which you sow with love, which means that you are giving your friend love. You're giving your friend love. And then you reap with thanksgiving. So you give them gratitude for whatever it is that they have given to you. You give gratitude to them as well. So it's a reciprocity where you're giving them love. You're receiving whatever you're receiving, but you're being thankful to them. And then he goes on to say, and he is your board and your fireside, for you come to him with your hunger and you seek him for peace. So I really love this idea. He's speaking to a friendship being a place where you come home to, a place where you feel comfort in, or it's a person that you feel comfort with, right? It's like that person where you know that you can go and tell them your deepest desires, and yet you want peace at the same time. So you're looking to your friends to help you navigate the emotional roller coaster of life and help you find that equilibrium, that tranquil serenity place. And when your friend speaks his mind, you fear not the nay in your own mind, nor do you withhold the I. So to me, this means that you can disagree or agree with your friend, and your friend will still remain your friend. You can agree to disagree in that relationship. And when he is silent, your heart ceases not. Sorry, I'm going to read that again. When he is silent, your heart ceases not to listen to his heart. So this is all about the feeling, right? How is it, what is he saying, what is your friend saying without saying anything? What is your friend saying when they're sorrowful without saying anything? What is your friend saying when they're angry without saying anything? What is your friend saying when they're perplexed without saying anything, when they're confused without saying anything? How can you listen to your friend just from your heart, not necessarily from any words that they are saying? For without words, in friendship, all thoughts, all desires, all expectations are born and shared with joy that is unacclaimed. Which really captures that love between two people, right? So we're experiencing the world that we're experiencing, the emotions that we're experiencing. We're sharing those emotions, we're sharing the experiences, which is a joy in and of itself, regardless of the experience or of the emotions. Maybe not in the moment, but down the track. And when you part from your friend, you grieve not. For that which you love most in him may be clearer in his absence, as the mountain to the climber is clearer from the plain. So this is really talking about having your friendship last the distance, right? So when you're apart from somebody, you know your friendship's strong. You know your friendship is something that you can come back to, and you can see it more clearly because you have a distance from it. You're not in the moment, but you get a perspective that allows you to see the good times and the bad times, and also everything that you're learning from your friend, everything that your friend is learning from you. You get some perspective on that. You can see a bigger picture. You can experience the whole of your friend. And let there be no purpose in friendship, save the deepening of the spirit. I love this. This is so cool. There's no reason to have a friend except to be their friend. And there's no reason for anything except that you get to experience yourself even more deeply. And they get to experience themselves even more deeply. For the love that seeks aught but the disclosure of its own mystery is not love, but a net cast forth, and only the unprofitable is caught. This is a bit confusing. But really it's saying that if you're casting your net to catch something, you're going to catch something that's not friendship, but something that's not as valuable as friendship. Like if you're doing something on purpose to like hook somebody in, then that's not true friendship. Just being a friend is going to have them be their friend. So there's no casting of a net, there's no trying to catch somebody. It's just being in relationship with somebody in that moment in time. And let your best be for your friend. If he must know the ebb of your tide, let him know its flood also. So this is coming back to the roller coaster of emotions, right? So when you're down in your dumps and you vent with your friend because you're mad or you're sad or whatever that emotion is that you're experiencing at the time, make sure also that you share your joy and your excitement and your aliveness with them as well at another time when you are feeling that also. To have a friend is to be able to experience the full range of emotions from the very depths to the very heights. For what is your friend that you should seek him with hours to kill? Seek him always with hours to live. I love that. That's really cool. So you're not like wasting your time and like frittering away your time just spending time with this person just because you've got nothing else better to do. You're spending your time with this person because, damn, it's good to spend time with this person. So awesome. So nice to spend time with this person, and I get to spend time with you right here, right now, today. And isn't that great? For it is his to fill your need, but not your emptiness. It's interesting sometimes when we go to others to try to catch that thing that we need in ourselves, like that thing that we feel empty about. It's not a comfortable place to be, and we try to use a person to fill that space. Doesn't usually work. And we've got to look to maybe a higher power or your spirituality. Something there is going to fill that emptiness. That your friend gets to fill a different space for you. Gets to be somebody that you can share with. And in the sweetness of friendship, let there be laughter and sharing of pleasures. For in the dew of little things, the heart finds its morning and is refreshed. And I really like that piece too, because it's like talking about the tiny little things that make up friendship. Friendship is lots of little moments. Friendship is all the accumulated time that you've spent together that allows you to know somebody intimately and to really be with that person and celebrate them and have joy for them and just, really encourage them to be who they are as a person and allowing them to be that person for who they are as in that person at any moment in time, allowing them to have their ups and downs as you hope that they allow you to have your ups and downs. And in sharing with that, there's a great depth that you can go to with your friendships. And the deep, deep friendships are very, very special because you've allowed that interchange and you've given each other support, you've let each other be who you are in that moment, in any one of those times. So, when we talk about friendship, again, I'm going to go back to the idea that you can't really define friendship because I've talked a lot about the different pieces that can be part of friendship. Just really hard to like put your finger on it. So hard to say, this is friendship. This is what makes friendship. Because it's more than just one thing, and it's a feeling, and it's indescribable in a way, the same way Zen is. So we take what we can and be in the now with it. Right? Being in friendship is all about small moments of now. The same way that participating in Zen is being in the small moments of now. And with our meditation, it's about being in the small moments of now. So with that, we're going to take some time to meditate and notice the small moments of now as we sit and meditate. All right, thank you. So Sam's going to get the lights. Have you meditated before, Emma?
No.
Okay, wonderful. This is really great. Okay, we'll do a little bit of a setup here for you as well. Okay. So I recommend sitting so that you've got your knees lower than your hips. You can either sit this way or you can sit cross-legged like this, but I would try not to have your ankles like crossed, because otherwise you'll find that your feet will go to sleep. But sit however you are comfortable. You're going to have your spine straight. Your chin's going to be parallel to the floor. Allow your eyes to close. You're going to look up, slightly up, to the point between your eyebrows. Your hands you can rest just in the fold of your hips or on your thighs, whichever is most comfortable for you. And we're going to focus on our breath. We're going to pay attention to each moment as we can. And we know that thoughts will come into our mind. And that's okay. When you notice that they're there, you're noticing the thought for that moment. You can let it go and come back to the breath. We're going to start with a few breaths together, and then we'll sit in silence for about 15 minutes. So start with all the breath out. Breathe in. Hold. Out. In. Breathe down deeply into your belly. Hold. Out. In. Hold. Out. In. Out. In, last one. Hold. Out, end with a double exhale. And then just allow the breath to come in and the breath to go out. Now just turn your attention to watching the breath being with each breath in each moment.